If you like spicy Chinese food, then here is a 2-in-1 Szechuan chutney cum sauce recipe for you. I personally love the chutney more than the sauce because it is more flavorful. You can use it for dip, you can use it as chutney or even for cooking. And my favorite brand is of course the Ching's chutney, Szechuan chutney. I mean, who doesn't love it? Yes, there are times when I get lazy and I just give myself some ease. I rely on store-bought stuff as well, but nothing like homemade. And as you can see that here I'm left with just a tiny bit of it, almost a spoonful of it is left now. So I've made a fresh batch with the usual recipe that I follow at home, and now I just want to show you that what is the difference between the one that I made and the one that I bought from the store. And actually there's no difference. They are almost like twins. You can see the color, the consistency, and of course the flavor is far better. I can bet on that. So you can see there's no editing involved, no tampering with the evidence. We do not need any CBI inquiry over here. It is just what it is. So do give this recipe a try, because who doesn't love little spice in their life? A lot in this case. So for making this chutney, we need of course red chilies and dried red chilies. I have used two variants. One is the Bedgi chilies and the other one is the Guntur chili. The Guntur chili is going to add heat to it, whereas the Bedgi chili or Kashmiri chili is going to give color. Of course, you can change the proportion. Here I've used 10 to 12 Bedgi chilies and 4 to 5 Guntur chilies. You can increase the Guntur chili if you want more heat. And I'm going to add hot water and soak it for 30 to 45 minutes. Now the chilies have been soaked for 30 to 45 minutes, and now we're going to take it out of the hot water. By the way, do you know that hot water turns into ice faster than cold water? Just some food for your thought. Drain out the water, and but we are going to reserve some of the water because we are going to use it for grinding. So a teaspoon or two should be enough. Along with this, I'm also going to use 10 to 12 garlic pods. Now let's grind everything to a smooth paste. Now here comes the mixer, which has a tight lid, and here it opens, and look at the sauce. Check out the color, it looks so amazing. All this is because of the Bedgi chili or the Kashmiri red chili. Now the sauce is ready, let's move further. Now in a kadhai, heat 3 tablespoons of oil and add chopped garlic 1 tablespoon. Just fry it a little till the raw smell goes away. We don't need to brown it. Then I'm going to add chopped ginger 1 teaspoon. Next I'm going to add chopped coriander stems around half teaspoon. This is optional, but I strongly recommend as it adds an amazing flavor. Now you don't have to worry about all the measurement because everything is going to be there in the description box and the link in my website, so you can check out from the link all the ingredients and the steps. Now just give it a stir, and then next goes in the tomato puree. So here I have used 3 medium-sized tomatoes and I made a puree out of them, and now I'm going to add it. Now mix everything nicely and let it cook for 3 to 4 minutes till the tomato sauce thickens a little. You can see the color has changed and it has cooked a little. Now I'm going to add our chili garlic paste. So here goes the amazing chili garlic paste. Now this is what is going to add the color to the entire chutney. So 1 full bowl of chili garlic paste. Give it a stir till the raw smell of the garlic goes away. This should take around 5 to 6 minutes. Now we're going to add rest of the ingredients one by one. So the first thing is tomato ketchup 1 teaspoon. Next goes soy sauce 1 teaspoon. Around half a teaspoon of pepper powder, vinegar 1 tablespoon, sugar almost half teaspoon, and salt to taste. You can check and balance the sugar and salt to your taste. So what if we can't balance our lives? At least we can balance our sauces. Now give everything a good mix and simmer for another 3 to 4 minutes, and then cool it completely before refrigerating. So, reminding you once again that you don't have to stress yourself for remembering the steps and the ingredients and the quantities, because everything is listed down in the link below. So, you can find everything on my website by clicking on the link. So, if you like my recipe and would like to see more of such recipes in the future, do subscribe to my channel if you haven't till now, and do give this recipe a thumbs up if you like the video. Look at the consistency and the color. So this sauce is going to thicken up a little more once it cools down. So I'm just going to leave it here and let it cool completely. And our amazing Szechuan sauce is ready. Just look at the color. I love it. So now you know how to make Szechuan sauce at home. Now forget this recipe and give your life some ease and go to the store and buy a new one for yourself. But if you're jobless like me and want to save on money in the name of good health, and then this is the recipe that promises an equally amazing taste without any MSG, preservatives and all the blah blah. So let me know in the comments section that what are you planning to do. Assuming that you would give this recipe a try, here's wishing a happy cooking to you.